I was just shopping in Ross for some crap for the house, some candles and stuff. And it dawned on me it was Black Friday. No one in there, really. I mean, you know, there's people in there, but not like Black Friday type of crowd. Ross doesn't really sell a lot of, I guess, it's all discount stuff. You know what Ross is. But, yeah, I figured there'd be a few more people there, but this is Black Friday on Kalakaua Avenue. I haven't gone and looked at the tree over there. I want to get it at night when it's lit up. They always do a nice job here with setting things up, you know, which kind of makes it a bit weird living here. Like, everything is always geared toward tourism, and like, you know, when you go on vacation, and there's like a sort of facade about vacation areas, like it's an exaggerated form of like reality. Like, people are there to vacation. Every little nook and cranny is set up to cater to travelers or the people there on holiday. And you can't imagine people actually living there. But like, I live right in the middle of it. So there's a lot of times when I feel like I'm just on a vacation that kind of never ended. Especially when I haven't lived anywhere else here. I've lived in the same spot since I moved here. I'm pretty much dead center in the middle of Waikiki. Although, you know, out closer to the Alawai, like I'm probably less than 10 minutes from getting from my bed into the ocean. So it's a good spot. But everything around me, and I'm very grateful for it, everything is like super clean, super nice, super geared toward making your visit really excellent and nice. So living there is a good thing, because it's like you're always on vacation. You know, I'm very, very, very grateful that I ended up here in the situation I'm in. And I'm very glad that everybody else was wrong. Most people from the time, you know, I was very young, I just assumed I would be like, you know, under a bridge somewhere. I'd be pumping gas. Not that there's anything wrong with pumping gas. But I would be pumping gas under a bridge. Enjoy your snowstorm, fuck faces. You don't think about that though. You know, I like, that's the whole thing. Like, although I kind of never was like that anyway. That was never a driver for me. Like a lot of people, like, kind of have that thing where it's like, oh, I'll show them, I'll do it, I'll make it in this field. I never kind of had that drive. But when you escape the fate that they had promised you, you don't really care, because it's not like you're just happy with life and you're not reflecting on it. I don't ever think about, you know, people like that or situations like that, or old school teachers or old bosses or whoever. Just, it's like, who cares? You know, when you attain happiness, you don't dwell on that stuff. You only dwell on that stuff when you're upset or when life isn't how you want it. I think you kind of start going down the list of people to blame. Well, if only I didn't do this, that guy wouldn't have been, you know what I mean? And that's not good. To ruin your own, it's poisonous to yourself, you know? But, I mean, yeah, I've been like that a little bit in the past, usually maybe with like ex-girlfriends or something, but not normally people that wished me ill, because there's just too many of them. You know, there's just too many people. Okay, and stop here for a minute. And now we move along. Yeah, it's nice this morning. It's windy. Not as windy as yesterday. Yesterday was like Kansas windy. Kansas Wendy. That Tiffany building is so ugly. It's such an ugly building. I remember when they put this in here, I was like, what kind of dystopian nightmare is that? The whole first level is all security guards too. All these places are full of security guards. They're very serious and they're all very well dressed. And they, I'm sure they don't fuck around. I don't go into stores like that though, because I mean, I'm not a lady. So there's not much for me here to do. Once GameStop was gone, it was like I had nowhere to go. You know, I mean, Ross is the only place, and Long's over here. But that's it. You know, I'm not looking to buy $10,000 shoes. 10,000. That's nothing. My wife was talking to me about how her friend got married up the street. Further down on Kalakaua, there's a hotel. It was like the first hotel here ever. It's a big, giant white building with pillars in the front. I walked by it a bunch of times. You've probably seen it in my videos if you've seen them. And she was like, yeah, she had her wedding there. You'll never guess how much it cost. I'm thinking, like, you know, I don't know anything about this stuff. I'm like, wow, I don't know, there might have been, geez, what, $30,000? $350,000. And it was like the most basic wedding. Like, no frills, just a wedding set up at that place. And the thing is, like she was saying too, she's gone to some of those high-ticket weddings, and the actual food and the presentation, I guess, from what she's saying, isn't all that great. Like, it's not extra. What you're paying for is you're paying for it to say that you had your wedding there, basically. Same thing with a lot of these stores here. You know, these stores with the $30,000 handbags and $20,000 shoes. They don't have to even sell that stuff here. Most of the stores here, the high-end ones that are part of large corporations, they don't have to make money. It's kind of like a tax write-off. It's an advertisement. They just want to be able to say they're there. You know, because Kalakaua is a bit like a Rodeo Drive type of place. So, you know, you have to be here, right? But I think what happens is they just write off a lot of this stuff. It's an advertisement. The problem there is when you have local people, and most of the stores around here that were local are gone, shut out, because they have to make money and they have to pay rent. Now, when you have, you know, you have Louis Vuitton next door, your rent's going to go up, right? It's just because, hey, you're next to Louis Vuitton. So now you're paying exorbitant rent, and then you have to make exorbitant money. Exorbitant? Am I being retarded? No, that's all right. I'll go with exorbitant. So what happens is, you know, they get pushed out. I could walk along this road and show you places that were owned, you know, by local people, local businesses. And if that wasn't enough, the lockdowns finished them. They're finished. A lot of businesses, especially ones that have to pay incredibly high amounts of rent, don't usually have a lot of cash on hand to float their business for a fucking year. You know, they just don't. They just don't. These places can. They don't even care if they're open. They don't even care if anybody goes there. But that's just the sad state of affairs in a larger state of sad affairs. Don't blame the teacher, blame the school.